full.
All right, so we're not far away. All the players are in their positions. Big Mark Padgett's gone into the ruck for Altona as expected. He's a big unit out there. So much at stake this afternoon here at Kindersmith Reserve. We're underway. Round 8, Sunshine and Altona in the ruck. Padgett went up. Kennedy tried to win it down. Robbins was onto it first for Altona. He was brought to ground. The umpire will ball it up again. So all the big guns in there. Flicked down by Maloney, who's doing the ruck work for the Kangaroos. It's again straight back into the congestion. The umpire's picked out a free kick though. Push in the back. It's going to come the way of Brett Shields for Altona. He's going to put the Vikings long inside the 50. Up they fly. Flying in from the side there was Maloney to affect the contest as a quick snap towards goal. It's bouncing and it's taken through on the last line by Allen for Sunshine. And they're on the board first. Altona with a behind as Kavanagh takes the mark from the right back pocket. Pokes it short up the wing. And they've moved it beyond half back on that outer side. They're going to affect the switch across the defensive half back line. Mark's been taken by Christodoulou. He kicks it down the wing, asked his teammate to do a lot. Was gathered pretty well there in the end by O'Callaghan. Kicks it up towards half forward. Pickard was pushed under the footy. Little poking kick by Hutchison inside 50. Was searching for McEnany leading up. Coming in was Post, got tackled, somehow got rid of it. Spinning out of trouble, there was Maloney. Little kick over to top and into the open goal goes Searle. And the Kangaroos strike first at home. 1 straight 6. Altona 1 behind. A minute and a half gone.
Yeah, just so the forward line pressure, then a couple of tackles to lock the ball in, but Altona on the other foot, their tackling pressure then was non-existent, and Sewell found his self in the goal square. He was matched up on post, but he was nowhere to be seen. Just a couple more descent. Magnabosca's got him, and young Payton is running with Castellano here, boys.
So we'll wait for the ball to come back, and Sunshine's kicked it into the house, so Sunshine have to go retrieve it. It's like backyard footy. All sort of thing, isn't it? You kick it over, you go get it.
Yeah, just watch the shorts there, Jesse. Don't rip them on the fence. Now he's got to come back over. You better him than me. It would be quite a task getting over that height of a fence for me, Willow.
Yeah, it would.
This is why they haven't got a dog.
True.
So the ball's been retrieved. The umpire's running back to the centre, so hopefully we won't get too many of those moments throughout the afternoon. It'll be a long day, this one.
I told you they need to put nets up behind the goals at both ends. There's houses very close by at either end of the ground.
All right, the play will finally restart. The umpire throws it back up in the middle. Padgett gets the hit out. Robbins does the roving, handballs it over to Pickard. Can see him back, kicks it to half forward. His teammates lead down by playing from behind. Tried to pick it up was Abu Zaid. Got it to his teammates, ringed into the ground. And he has Robbins. So McDonald's got the free kick on his left side, kicks inside 50, looking for a mark there. Up they fly, Rafferty couldn't bring it down. He's done the tackle, grabbed him by the hand and jiu-jitsu through him almost, and they're going to come in and have a ball up. About 20 out from the Altona goal. So toss back up, Rafferty wins it down with the left hand. Big pack around the play, around the ball, and we'll throw it up again. So 1 straight plays, 1 behind, 3.5 gone first quarter. 5-point lead to the home side Sunshine. Umpire restarts it. Rafferty got to them, Lonardi, his kick smothered. Ball's in a dangerous spot, just a wild handball by the Sunshine defenders. They're under a lot of pressure here with a good tackle there by Lonardi. Comes in, followed up his earlier work, and then we'll get another ball up. Probably about 35 out from the Altona goal. As the play's restarted. It's a wild hack by the Sunshine Ruckman. Another ball up. Ball. Gee, wasn't much hard.
Very hard.
Very harsh there. The free kick they went to O'Callaghan as they look to come out of defence there. They kick it into the middle of the ground. It's a good kick. Castellano marks. Plays on quickly. Floating wobble kick to half forward. Ball bypasses Kennedy for Altona, but he worked well. Got the smother. Now he dives in. He's one beautifully done there by Kennedy. to win the ball back, but it's going to come back. Descent on his right boot, snaps around the body. He's got his fall. Oh, not a great kick though. Too much on it, and Leslie takes the mark. Last line of defence.
So again, looking dangerous up in their front half. Sunshine. Leslie, delicate little kick, made Kennedy work for it. He marked at his shoelaces. Kicks up towards half forward in the Pickard direction. He heard the voice and let McDonald glide in and take the mark. He kicks into the middle of the ground. It overshot Robbins. Coming up to meet a great tackle. Throwing the footy. Free kick to the Kangaroos in the centre of the ground. And it was Spiteri who got caught with it.
Yeah, Matthew Hutchinson made a great tackle then.
So just forward of the centre circles, kick into the forward pocket, up they go, it's a one-on-one contest, flying through the back was Langwell, posted there, hemmed in up at the half-back line, he kicked it into the man on the mark. That was well done by the Kangaroos defender Darren Langwell, who came in to effect the contest, and it dribbles out of bounds.
Geez, you got to like Sunshine's 1%ers early in this game.
Yeah, their forward line pressure, Kev, has been outstanding so far.
And a smother earlier prevented a Lunardi goal from 15 out. Padgett fists it forward at the back, clearing things up there out of defence there. I think it was Norton. Flicks it out the back. Kennedy saw the kick coming, marks it half back and goes through the middle of the ground for Altona. Poked it short. It was taken there by Marley, kicks inside 50. Kennedy roved the front of the pack, gave the hand pass over the top. It's flicked out to Abu Zaid. He was tackled, spilt it close to the boundary line. Lunardi working hard, eventually sees it out, pleading for out on the full in the end, but it's not forthcoming. They'll throw it in at half forward for the Vikings. Still 5 points the difference, one straight to one behind. We've played 6.5 minutes in this opening term.
Umpire throws it back in. Padgett in front, lets the hit out. Still a hot ball, plenty of plays around it. Another free kick's been picked out. Holding the ball's going to go the way of the Kangaroos. It's going to go to Maloney. And he goes back inside defensive 50. They look to get the switch on. Got it to Kavanagh, and he goes long to the outside. It's a good kick. He's got his team out there, Lockie Hutchison. Marks, goes back inboard. Good again, McEnany takes it, it's Ben, kicks it to half forward, looking for Jesse McEnany in front, dropped what he should have taken. Ball spills loose, Allen did really well there, Salton Candy kicked inside 50, beautiful. Castellano almost took the mark, the umpire almost paid it, and he called play on. I think it was a good decision, didn't quite have full control. We're going to get a ball up at 48 from goal. As the Kangaroos kick to the Lily Street end of the ground here. The umpire restarts play. Malay got their handball for the Vikings. It's a scrubby kick outside defensive 50. They're going to pump it in again. The Kangaroos, it's a wobbler towards goal. Pushed across the face, one behind. And it's a 6-point lead now to Sunshine. 1-1-7 plays, one behind.
To make the boss go straight down the guts, wants Padgett to fly. He did it, knocked it straight down into the path of his teammate there. Marley charging through the 50, kicks inside and finds Rafferty. He's one-on-one in defence. He's probably within range. He'll be kicking from close to the arc at right half forward for Altona. A chance to square things up after 8 minutes. Josh Rafferty comes in, strikes it. It's moving across to the left. It's line though. And Altona pegged one back. Took a while for the umpire to signal the goal, but it's 1-1-7 apiece. After 8.5 minutes of the opening term, just a steadier there for Altona.
That goal come through Leslie biting the bullet and going down the middle with that kick out, and they took a mark, and Lunardi played on. They got it over the top of the zone, and Rafferty was in the right spot. Well done, Leslie.
So scores all level, 9 minutes into the first quarter. It's been a hot start, a lot of contested ball. It's both sides desperate to win this afternoon. The ball's tossed back up. McEnany won the hit out. Still a hot ball inside the middle of Kinder Smith reserve. Still loose plays working out. Now comes away by the Kangaroos. A great smother by Lunardi. The ball still in the middle. Free kick being picked out. As the umpires go in the way of Sunshine.
And hold the man, will it?
Holding the man. There's been plenty of free kicks played so far. Now they get the clearance. Oh, it's a shocking kick. Wobbly one, but bounce in front of Descent. High free kick advantage play. Maloney for about 60, kicks to full forward. Running back was Bosco, punches it through, one behind. Lead now 1 point for the Kangaroos. 1-2-8 plays 1-1-7. We gone nearly 10 minutes opening quarter.
Oh, there's a free.
So the ball's been moved out beyond defensive 50 for Altona. Abu Zaid will receive the free kick at left half back. Sunshine by a point, 1-2 to 1-1. The kick goes out wide, searching for a teammate, bounces in front of him. Hand pass back to Abu Zaid. He's got Robbins for support, but he's turned it over. Hand pass straight to Kavanagh, who's pushed up the ground, worked it out to the side, kicks it up to full forward. They got numbers, well set Altona at the back. It was a blazing kick inside 50 for Sunshine, and they can repel. Magnabosco straight down the guts again for Paget. He's never going to drop that one. Works it out the far side.
Oh, they're out there.
For post. He can kick it down the wing. It's a good kick for Marley, but they just were a little slow with their movement, and the Roos have been able to glide across the ground with their defensive setups, and they might have come up with the footy here. They have. It was brilliant stuff there in the congestion by Alice. Releases it out the back, floating kick up to half forward. Picard was there. Castellano came from the back. Picard went in again, did brilliantly. Gave it off to Kennedy. Now to Robbins. Pumps them inside the 50. Good mark in defence there for the Kangaroos. Again, just they don't offer up much. A kick across half back for Allen. That's Jake. He goes short, looking for Lockie Hutchison. Off, but colliding in from the side instead was Ben McEnany. He takes the mark. Aided by a little slip from the Altona defender. Kick up to half forward. Bringing it out with the one hand was Mark Paget. Had the clear height advantage in the pack. Brought in the mark. He's taken a couple of good hangers so far. Kicks it up to half forward at the front. Unable to bring it down there was Collis.
Oh, it's over the ball.
It's in the congestion. The umpire has a free kick.
Takes it high.
Altona. Nardi will come up with it. Plays on quickly. Kicks inside the 50. It clears them all at the back. Kavanagh dishes off well. Gives the hand pass running by to Atkins. They're out here, the Kangaroos. A kick from half back to half forward. Descent had the momentum going forward. Didn't want to play on. Had to get around Zani. Instead he steadies himself, pokes it inside the 50 for Hutchison, who had it nudged away from him. Right, he's won the free kick at half forward in front of Magnabosco. Kicks inside the 50, Kavanagh's floated forward. This will be interesting. Liam Kavanagh from wide out. Right on 50 you would imagine. He doesn't want to have a shot, and he won't. He'll set it up to the teeth of goal. They got numbers at the back. There's a free kick, a nudge out. It will go the Kangaroos' way, and the free kick will go to Lockie Langwell. It's full forward, only about 30 metres out. Yeah, I'm not sure it was a push though, Smackers. It just seemed like body contact. Milked it for all he was worth.
Kick. Let the game go, umpires.
There's been a few eager blows of the whistle so far. Lockie Langwell from full forward at the Lily Street end, misses to the right.
Deserved it.
Yeah, well, it would have been
a soft free kick, boys.
Absolutely. 139 to 117. We're at the 13-minute mark of the opening term, and it is tied early.
It's a 2-point lead for the Kangaroos. Magnabosco got the kicking duties.
Oh, great
now, good kick. Ooh, good mark. Marley takes it. Right half back, plays on now, kicks to centre wing. The swarm of pack of Kangaroos around that ball, but they fist it out. We're going to throw in centre wing right in front of the club rooms.
Just goes to show, boys, that first kick from a point that's got to be spot on, because the Sunshine press is right up the whole 18 in their forward half.
Thrown back in now. Well, no rucks fly. Comes to Hutchison for the Kangaroos. Handballs inside. Still a hot ball. Allen tries to barge his way through. He's dropped it. Umpire said play on. Could have been holding the ball. Still a lot of players around, and a quick kick out of the pack. Bounces at the top of the Searles head. Now running onto it, Magnabosco. Inside defensive 50. He's got a bit of time. Wheels around his right boots. Good kick. No, it's not. Sorry, it's a poor kick. It's a shocker. Gave it straight up now. The kick comes back inside 50. Castellano in front. Spiteri got the fist in there. Robbins runs onto it, but he's given it up. Castellano's taken high, and he'll have a shot at goal from about 40 out directly in front.
That one was
there.
Nearly had his head ripped off.
You just got to be careful with him. He's not too tall, Daniel Castellano.
He knows how to use his lack of height to his advantage at times. He did well there.
Just that the turnover there of Spiteri, he had post on the outside. He should have just fed the handball off and they would have been out.
So Castellano's got 18 goals on the season. Kicks on its way, high ball. It's a goal. Kangaroos get their second, Castellano's first. It's an 8-point lead now to Sunshine. 2-3-15 plays at 1-1-7 lead on 15 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, both sides up the ante in the tackling pressure. It's just been the ball use of Sunshine at the moment. It's just been a bit cleaner with it, but you can't question Altona's endeavour at the moment. Full credit to them.
Well, they look good. Both sides certainly up for the challenge so far from the stoppage. It's flicked out to the side. Coming off the line was Payton. He was taken high. He'll win the free kick. Kennedy claims the advantage. Kicks inside the 50 for Altona. It clears them all at the back. Well done in defence there for the Kangaroos, but they've coughed it up. They might want to rush the behind. They didn't want to in the end. The kick cleared the defensive 50. Abu Zaid was there. He's got Kennedy for support. Instead he uses he's on post and it goes back to Kennedy. Kick inside 50. There's a contest. It spills to the front. Dribbling through. Turnbull kicks the goal for Altona. It was opportunistic at best, but they cut the margin to 2 points. 2-3-15 to 2-1-13. 16 gone opening term.
Yeah, great forward pressure. I think it was big Luke Gertz down there applying that tackle to force a turnover on that outer wing, and they got the ball in to the top of the square where you want it, and Turnbull was in the right spot. That's how he gets his goals, boys.
That's where you've got to play him too. I reckon Stackers get Turnbull up into that forward part. He's been on the bench, but they haven't had any presence in that forward line.
So back in the middle, 16.5 gone now, first quarter. Rucks fly at it, doing the crumbing there. Was Rafferty was wrapped up, then tackle. Another kick the half forward for the Kangaroos. Castellano tried to belt it inside 50. Has descent, runs onto the left side of the body, kicks towards goal. Hook dest, one behind. 3-point lead now, 2-4-16 plays 2-1-13. We've gone nearly 17 minutes of this opening quarter.
The top game at the moment, boys. Every mistake is getting counter-attacked, and you're going to be costly, isn't it?
It doesn't take much to get it inside your attacking half. Lots of long kicks trying to open up the space from the clearance. It's chopped off. It's going to come back inside. There's Kangaroos everywhere inside 50, and Castellano's camped underneath this one, and he'll have the set shot from 45 out directly in front.
He's got the last two from being in the right spot, just where he stands within the zone, and if you turn it over across that half-forward line, they know where to kick it back, and he's been in a fortunate position to get on the last two of them.
He's looked very dangerous so far, had a couple of marking opportunities. Castellano from 45 out, sets it high, straight enough. Castellano's kicked his second, and the Kangaroos are out to a 9-point break.
And a bit of a scuffle
breaks up in the middle of the ground. It's 3-4-22 Sunshine. Altona 2-1-13. 18 gone. Opening turn. Oh, there's a bit of a... I reckon there's a punch laid on Castellano there. That's not good at all to see. He's down.
He's all right. He's trying to milk the free kick.
He might have done, but I think
the umpire's right there. Look.
He might get a logie.
Yeah,
he did cop.
Yeah, the umpire was right there, Kev. I think he's milked another kick.
Plays restarted. Kangaroos are going to come forward. The kick goes inside 50 to a one-on-one. Hutchison's there. Ball's fisted away. There he is. Castellano. This will quieten the crowd, or fire the crowd up a bit. Kicks towards full forward. Descent. Marks on the line. He was.
The crowd's not happy, but
no 50 being paid. It was a clear mark, and a strong mark too, but he's dealt with after he took it.
He's got to try and wheel on the right here, boys.
Right up against the left post.
Yeah.
Runs around, bends it back. Missed too much, didn't bend enough. One behind, so he's got two behinds on the afternoon. Bender sent the lead. He's, what are we? It's 10 points, so in favour of the Kangaroos. 3-5 plays 2-1.
Again, 8 scoring shots to 3, so they've had plenty of it.
They've got to
Sunshine.
They've got to change it up. There it goes short because the last two have been chopped off.
Post takes the mark in the left back pocket.
He's got Leslie out here if he wants to switch the play.
They see that coming, Altona. Instead he goes long down the line. The other side, McEnany's well set. Kavanagh came from the back. There's a free kick to Padgett. Left half back for Altona.
He's got nothing to kick to there, boys.
They've clogged it up well, Sunshine, but he kicks from half back up towards half forward. Up they fly, it clears to the back. Kennedy's on the outer wanting to receive the hand pass. It's still in the congestion, the umpire circles and will come in and ball it up. Just on the outer edge of the centre square, attacking side for Altona. Trailing by 10 points, just into time on of the opening quarter here at Kindersmith Reserve. Padgett won it down, it was taken there by Norton, but he lost it. Spills out the back. Here's Kennedy mopping up well. Gives the hand pass to Magnabosco, running by up to half forward. They've opened things up here. That was well done. Cook kicks inside 50, juggling and unable to take the mark inside the forward 50 there for Altona.
Turnbull, I think.
Turnbull, yeah. Just couldn't quite grasp it at the last moment. It spills out of bounds.
They're the opportunities they've got to take, the Vikings, if they want to win this game.
You'd probably think they can expose Sunshine for leg speed, at least that's what Sadi Ghazi thought from the throw-in. As a free kick, it's going Sunshine's way. Exactly sure what for, but they'll come up with it in the left back pocket.
I think he played on the ball, Pep.
Kicks it down the line from Maloney. It's Hayden. Kangaroos captain goes back defensively for Kavanagh, almost ran into the post to take the mark. That's all right, he just holds things up at the moment, deep in his defensive 50. Goes across to the opposing behind post for Hutchison. That's Matt, sweeps the hand pass up towards half back, and then the next kick in the chain was well done. So they've worked it just beyond the old scoreboard there at right half back on the outer side. It's up towards half forward. Maloney, who'd run all the way from the diagonal half back flank to half forward to affect the contest.
Robbins down, right foot.
Yeah, well, McEnany's got it at the moment. This is Jesse. Kicks to full forward at the back. It was well done there. Fisted down by Pickard. Front of the pack, descents in there. It spills out. Good hand pass by Magnabosco. Found Kennedy. Kicks up towards half forward. There's going to be a foot race. Well done by Kavanagh, just charged up from half-back, socketed off the ground. Kennedy was well set for Altona. Sells a bit of candy and then kicks to half-forward, up to meet it. Cavallaro attacked the footy with purpose and took the mark on his chest. He's about 70 metres out from goal. Kicks inside the 50, up they fly at the back. Maloney for early and spills to the back. It's taken by Hutchison. He releases the hand pass, descents in a bit of trouble in the defensive 50, grubbers a quick kick across, and then the short ball for Maloney. That was Declan, and then he gets it out of there. Kicks from half back to half forward. Sweeping hand pass from Habe. Comes up. Oh, the bounce was cruel. Unable to take it cleanly. There was Atkins. He was well done there by McDonald. Has he given away a free kick? Not sure what's going on here. I think he has. So Atkins has it at right half forward for Sunshine, leading by 10 points. 23 gone. McEnany on a long lead, sets it up, puts it behind him. Had to fist it down from the front was Leslie. It was well done. Magnabosco at the front gathers, kicks up to half forward in the Lenardi direction. He dropped what he should have taken, then recovered brilliantly. Got away from Hutchison, kicked it back into the middle of the ground. Dangerous, well done by Kavanagh. Gathered his own crumb and then spears beautifully up to half forward for O'Callaghan, who takes the mark. But he must have dropped it. Kavanagh goes in again, kicks inside the 50. Jesse McEnany comes from the back, flying from there. Also was post. Leslie with his hands on the footy. He was brought to ground, ball up. Full forward for the Kangaroos.
It's been hot, boys. That's what two top sides do.
The suspect Shields played for the free kick. Umpire said no, we'll ball it up again, same spot.
I don't think he paid for the free. Well, I think he got his head ripped off.
So toss back up. McEnany wins it down with the right hand. Allen wrapped up in the tackle. Win the ball up. Same spot again.
I think either side will be unhappy about a couple of stoppages. It's been frenetic, the pace.
It's been a great first quarter. Umpire restarts play. McEnany wins it down beautifully to Allen on his right boot. Snaps towards goal. And he's put it through. Great play out of the ruck there. Jesse McInerney straight down to Jake Allen. He put it through from about 30 on his right side.
Yeah, great goal. They just look a bit more dangerous when that ball's at ground level. Where up the other end, the Sunshine Kangaroos defenders, they're loving the way Altona are just bombing it in at the moment, because they're just rebounding off that half-back line.
That physical presence of the Sunshine boys is telling on Altona. Lukey Gertz should have been much better in that contest with Jess McInerney in the ruck then.
So here's Gertz, he won it down. There's a free kick picked out again. This time it'll go Altona's way out of the middle.
They can't afford to bomb it out, boys.
It'll be Jamie Cook, the inclusion. He's going to go long to full forward. Sets it up inside the 50. At the back, unable to take the mark. It spills to the front. Hand pass out wide. Lenardi pokes it cleverly inside 50. Oh, overshot his teammate there, and they can clear it out again. Sunshine. They're just able to get their hands on the footy so cleanly and provide so much space. Kick up in the Havey direction, come up to meet it. Brought to ground there by Pickard. Coming in to meet it hard was Alice. Spills out the back. Was well done there in defence there by Payton. But they've coughed it up here, Altona. And a kick inside the 50. McInerney front spot, couldn't bring it down. Post was there. Wolves did well. Shouldered over the ground, Leslie. Right in front of our commentary position. 55 metres out from goal. The end Sunshine attacking. As we close in on the 26-minute mark. It's the Roos by 16. From the throw-in, McInerney on his way to the front. Into the footy there to keep it in was Pickard. He was more than happy to see it out. And they'll throw it in again, just about the same spot.
I was going to say, boys, what have we played? 26 minutes. I think Altona should take the pace off the game for the last couple of minutes and just try and control it a bit more.
Thrown back in, beautiful hit out to space to Atkins, kicks to full forward, one-on-one, fisted away there by the Altona defenders, and there's the siren for quarter time, around 26 and a half minutes. And at quarter time, 16-point lead to the Sunshine Kangaroos. 2 goals to Daniel Castellano, with singles to Jake Allen and Aaron Searle, who got the opening goal of the match, and 4 Altona singles to Mitch Turnbull and Josh Rafferty. So quarter time here at King Smith Reserve, it is 16-point lead to the Sunshine Kangaroos. You're listening to the WRFL Match of the Day on 88.9 Win FM.
5-3-1 inside the first minute and a half of the second quarter. And a 50-metre penalty on a ground of this length is quite a severe result there for the Kangaroos.
Yeah, didn't quite pick up who was a discrepancy of that one. Pepper was undisciplined because
I think Mitch Ellis played on.
The whistle had well and truly blown.
Around the grounds, boys. St Albans 3-3-21, Windervale 5-4-34, Hoppers 6-5-41, Albion 2-1-13, Yarraville 5-4, leading Manor Lakes 2 points.
You'd hope there's wind at St Albans, Kev.
You would hope so for St Albans' sake, Smackers.
So umpire restarts play, rucks go at it, no one got a hit out, play on's the call. Kennedy goes it for the Vikings, got it to Lenardi, round the body, kicks to half forward, that's chopped off by Quinn. To the Kangaroos on his left side, goes out wide. The teammate couldn't take the mark. Pickard came in, made the spoil. Malay runs under it, and he's tackled over the line by Alice. And we're going to go throw in on the centre wing outer side.
West Footscray 3 points, Elbenvale 6-2-38, Laverton 2-2-14, Parkside 5-8-38.
So Malays, it's a bit slow to get up. The umpire restarts play. Clearance goes the way of the Kangaroos. Kick the half forward. Spiteri in front takes the mark down low in front of Cavallaro. And he's called the play on now. Kicks the half forward. It's a good kick. Finds his teammate in Paget.
Going to wheel and go. Get it in. Wheel and go.
Yeah, he's going to get on that left boot of his. Kicks inside 50. Goes towards the boundary line though. Kicks. Oh, it's a great mark though. Defensive mark by Ben McInerney in the left back pocket. Takes it. Now he moves it by hand.
Oh, pressure.
That was Hutchison. Now he's forced to kick it down the line. Coming to take the mark. Alice dropped it out of bounds. For about 80 around from the Vikings goal.
They got the 3 big boys deep, and I'm talking deep. Luke Gertz, Turnbull, and Rafferty, and there's no small crummer whatsoever at their feet, are you?
So Paget wins the hit out, and we're going to get another stoppage. Pepe wants the boundary umpire to get out the way. He's
I'll tell you,
us out.
Mozzies or something.
Willoughby District's 3-3-21, Spotty 3-2-20.
From the restart, then we're going to get free kick has been picked out. It's going to go the way of the Kangaroos with Krista Dulu. He moves it on quickly, kicks to the centre wing, fist there by the Vikings. Like I said, play on. Handball back around Shields, gets it again. Now's the handball over to Quinn, left it behind. Kennedy comes in, gets it over the post. Handball's back inboard, now kick inside 50. One-on-one with Rafferty, couldn't quite get there. Turnbull, Crumbs runs to the goal line and kicks his third of the afternoon. And it's going back on 4 points to the margin in favour of the Kangaroos. 4-5-29 plays 4-1-25, and we've gone 4.5 minutes of the second quarter.
Yeah, just hard work on that outer wing, and they just kept the ball alive, Altona, and then you can see with their game plan, it's just to get it in long, and if the talls don't mark, hopefully Turnbull and McDonald are at their feet, and it's at the moment 3 goals out of Turnbull with Kavanagh on him is a bonus.
Around the ground, Sunny Heights 5 goals straight 30, Tarnate 3-1-19, and Sanctuary Lakes 1-7-13, Sunshine 2-2-14.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
At the bounce, Maloney goes up, Padgett knocked it down, Maloney goes and gets it. It's the other Maloney, it's Hayden, the captain of the Sunshine, kicks up to half forward, looking for descent, and he takes the mark. Steadies and then centres the ball up towards half forward. Good hand in there by Marley. Up to meet it was McNinney. That was Jesse. Comes out the back. They just spread it around the perimeter. Then the flying shot on goal by Maloney. He's going to bounce left of the post. A minor score. A desperate flying shot from outside 50 by Declan Maloney. Just comes up short.
Yeah, they've thrown him in the ruck against Big Paggett. Obviously, Paggett's getting first hands at the centre bounces, but around the ground, Maloney's running him off his feet out.
So Altona, as it stands, with the better of the opening stages of this second quarter, and as I just say that, they've turned it straight over. It comes out the wide. Now the shot was pushed off it. The kick towards goal. It's across the face. It won't register a score, and there's still another scuffle at left half forward. There's a bit of feeling in this one. Pye comes in to try to break them up, but it will be thrown in about 50 metres away from where that's happening. Right forward pocket, knocked to the ground. Tried to clear it out of defence. Marley's in there, has to go hard, spills into the hot spot. Dangerous position here for Altona. Bodies flying everywhere. Hands to it by Marley again. In fact, it was Lenardi. He was tackled and a ball up. We're only on the tip of the goal square here for...
Yeah, and there's probably 30 players around within
it's
a 30
going to be hard
radius.
to find a free spot here. It was knocked towards goal. It's hacked out of there for Altona. Dangerous spot. McDonald's after it. Couldn't quite get to the footy first. Christodoulou did. Tried to get away from the tackling. McDonald sets it high inside the 50. McEnany was just out of position. Had it fisted away from him from the pocket. Centering ball. Kicks it into right half. Right forward pocket. The hand pass comes out for Hutchison. How will it bounce? It bounced okay for him. Gave the hand pass off. And now to Alice from the boundary. Snaps towards goal. And a mark on the very last line for Altona. Saves the day. It was Magna Bosco, and he puts it outside the defensive 50, and Altona within 2 kicks have got it all the way down to half forward. Cavallaro's got over the back. How will it bounce for him? It sits. He hand passes it to space. Follows up well. He's got to become the tackler. Marley back to Cavallaro. Confronts Quinn there, the tackler. Sets it high to full forward with the sit at the back. It falls to the front. Kennedy's there, and he kicks the goal. No, he's missed. He's missed from 10 metres out. Just thought we'd call it early, and a chance goes begging for Altona.
Should have kicked it.
Yeah.
Gee, that was end-to-end stuff from Altona.
This game has gone up another notch.
Sure hasn't. I was going to mention just a moment ago that Kennedy has had heaps of the footy for the Vikings. He's the one who looks most dangerous for them through that middle of the ground. 4-6-30 Sunshine, Altona 4-2-26. 8 gone second term. Yeah,
number 6 got a fair mention in the Sunshine Huddle, I can tell you that, as did number 23. At one stage, Barney Helen said, whoever's on Lenardi, you need to tighten up on him.
Yeah, there's a totally different, while this ball's in someone's front yard, there's a totally different setup defensively. Altona are going man on this kick out, so every bloke has got Altona person beside him.
I like the forward setup better for Altona now too. They seem to have a couple of focal points now with Gertz up there and Turnbull as well lurking. Looks better than they did earlier.
He can play as a tall and a small, Kev.
Yeah,
so.
and earlier they had Collison, I think, I can't remember who the other one
Josh
was.
Rafferty was out.
Yeah, Josh Rashford, number 18. They had them up forward, and they just were bombing it in, and they weren't getting anywhere with it.
Oh, we've got the small ball, the spare ball back.
Someone's got a free ball.
So Hutchison's going to do the kicking in for the Kangaroos.
Garage sale tomorrow at 9.
Especially with Braybrook.
Yeah, exactly.
Kicks the half forward. A good mark there, strong mark. Jesse
wheels as well.
Got the handball. So O'Callaghan running past, kicks to centre wing. Pickard flew for the Vikings, couldn't take the mark. And we're going to throw in on centre wing.
He's looked better today, Pickard, than we saw him earlier in the year.
Certainly has, Kev.
He's just about to get fit, Kevin, then blow it all again.
Yes, off overseas.
Oh, it's a trainer.
So throw back in. McEnany wins the hit out. Got it down to Kennedy. He's wrapped up in the gang tackle. Umpire says play on. Somehow the Kangaroos ripped the ball away. Jake Allen left it behind. Picked up by Padgett. Left foot to half forward. The kick goes inside 50. Quinn's going to have to do the mopping up. Did well. Got their handball to his teammate in Ben McEnany. Now the kick goes wide to the outer side. Bouncing ball didn't help anyone, but running onto it now. Allen, he's dispossessed. Post comes in to lay some pressure. Now he gathers the ball. He's dispossessed as well. Play on to the call. Now they're going to go forward through Hutchison for the Kangaroos. Kick goes to half forward. And the one-hander's taken out there. Well, his teammate, he moves it quickly inside 50, looking for a mark there. Fisted away by the Vikings defence. Still a hot ball. Still hot. Players diving in anywhere. Kennedy dispossessed. Castellano got the handball. Now the ball's back. Now with Atkins for Sunshine. It's a high ball. It's not going to help his teammates very much. Hutchison got to the front, dropped the mark though. Crumbed well. That should be holding the ball.
Great pressure.
It has. Almost did a 720 in the tackle there. It's a great tackle out there by Zani. And he takes it centre wing on the outer side.
Just the pressure from Altona then for those first 2 or 3
shocking
minutes.
kick though.
Brilliant.
Turned it over straight away. Luke Allen takes the mark at left half back. Kicks in boy. Show you another shocker. Abu Zaid chops it off. Now he kicks out wide, looking for Turnbull in a one-on-one. There's a good fist out there by the Kangaroos defence now. It's fist the centre wing. They look to run out of defence through Atkins, and kick goes to half forward. The mark's taken on centre wing.
So now the inboard incisive kick was turned over though. They got the numbers, Altona. That was well done. A hand pass comes out the back for inside the 50. Long ball to the teeth of goal at the back. There's a whistle. I think there's a free kick going to go to post. He was slung to the ground without it. It's all action stations out there at the moment. 4-6 to 4-2. Altona pressing.
Jordan Roberts has just come back on. Kev, just watch. He's not moving the best, mate. He's heading down to the forward line.
No, keep an eye.
Yeah, it's his right foot he came off with.
Pickard kicks up in the Turnbull direction, but was scouted by Kavanagh. Floated in, took the mark, and then played on. Pokes a kick inside the 50. Beautiful. Oh, unable to take the mark. Descent. Pleaded for the free kick. It's socket off the ground towards the boundary. Ricochets back into play. Now Hutchison hooks it back to the teeth of goal. Oh, it's a mark and front on contact, but at the goal line it's snapped. The umpire has paid the free kick. It was incidental content, but gee whiz, that was a hard hit, and he's up. Okay, in the end.
Straight up, actually.
Yeah, straight up. I think it is Langwell.
It's one of those ones that look like he might have been hit by a car.
Yeah. He took the mark, was on his knees, and then got a good old-fashioned shirt front. He doesn't waste any time, and he steers through a behind. Just stayed right of the post. A minor score, and that's one of those opportunities you must take if you're Sunshine. 4-7-31 to 4-2-26. Langwell with his second behind of the afternoon.
Gee, Josh Rafferty's telling Geordie Robbins.
Yeah, he's telling him to push.
Uncertain terms where he wants him to be.
Well, Robbins is the loose man in the forward line for Altona, and they'll go straight down the guts here.
Again,
it's a big kick. It's a good mark by Cavallaro, post.
Oh, he was out too.
He sends it high towards half forward. Here's Robbins leading up, takes the mark. Looks like he's moving okay. Works onto his preferred left, kicks to full forward at the back. Abozid at the front was there. Outside there is Shields. Still in the congestion.
Someone's got to go and contest.
Yeah, ball up.
But at least they're wheeling now. Kevin, in the first quarter they were just taking the mark and going back, but now they're playing on and they're getting the deep entries now.
From the stoppage, it's flicked out the back. It spills out for the Kangaroos. The hand pass comes out for Quinn. He's under pressure. He has to give it back to Christodoulou. They've worked it well by hand, and that's a beautiful kick out of defence.
Langwell again, boys.
Yeah. So as far as we're concerned, he seems okay after that contact early. That gets over the back. Turnbull overshot it. Kicks up towards half forward. It's a high ball underneath it, flying early. Good fist came from Pickard. Hutchison did well to barge his way through. Dropped the footy. Umpire didn't pay the free kick.
Why is that not a free kick?
Especially when they're 5 metres from the play.
He just threw the ball up in the air. Like, I don't understand why that's not a free kick. Got to be incorrect disposal.
Yep. 14 gone, second term. 5-point lead to the Kangaroos. It's knocked down to the front. Langwell was there again. Kick comes Altona's way up towards the wing. It's gathered there by McInerney. He gives a hand pass running by to his brother Ben. He has turned it over, and here go Altona sweeping up to half forward. Here's Josh Rafferty. He couldn't gather it at his bootlaces. Gave it over the top. It was turned over. It's taken by Luke Allen up towards his teammate in Billy Abu Eid. And now the short pass to the wing, and they've got a bit of space here, the Kangaroos, to work with. Kick up to half forward, just didn't advantage his teammate there. Christodoulou comes in to collect, but couldn't keep it in. They'll throw it in.
It's been a great 5 minutes, and they've played between both arcs here. They're both half-back line aren't giving an inch.
Both been terrific, haven't they?
Yep.
So thrown in on the outside, about 70 from the Sunshine goal, paddled forward by the ruckman. Players dive in, could be in the back. Umpire says no, ball it up. So we've gone 15 minutes of this second quarter, 5-point lead in favour of Sunshine Kangaroos. They look to maintain their position on top of the ladder. It's thrown back up, Padgett wins it down, Kennedy runs onto it. Got his hands free, did well, but he might have turned it over. He has, it's gone. But to Hutchison, he's wrapped up in a good tackle. But he was able to get the Christodoulou on his left side, kick towards full forward. Pack flies, now the ball spills to the outside. Pickard's there, he's got to do a good job. He has, picks up, he gets the handball, don't know how. Got it to post, he's wrapped up in a big tackle. Now we're going to have a ball up.
At least they're consistent.
Yeah, yep. The ball about 40 out from the Kangaroos goal, clubroom side.
They pull one out here.
Yeah, then you throw the clipboard.
So Post wins it down with the left hand. I think the ball's going to go out of bounds, and it has, and we're going to throw him.
Quinn's just playing that spare man across half-back here. Everyone else is manned up and all in the Sunshine forward half.
He does it better than anyone in the comp.
Post wins it. Now it's a bit of volleyball. Ball's in a dangerous spot there. Christodoulou couldn't get it. Atkins picked up on his left side, snaps it around the body. Cracking goal there, Chris Atkins. First goal of the quarter for the Sunshine Kangaroos. The margin back to 11 points now. It is 5-7-37 plays 4-2-26. Nearly 17 gone of this second quarter.
There hasn't been pretty footy the last 5 minutes, but it's been hard and tough, and no side giving an inch here, and just a great opportunist goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. They've been threatening a few times down in their forward half. Finally, they break through. 5-7 plays 4-2 at the bounce. Altona first hands to it. Padgett got the hand pass back, gave it to Kennedy. Wanted someone to run by, had to do it himself. Slings onto his left boot, kicks to full forward. Cavallaro sets himself. It was fisted down to the front. Kavanagh now onto it. Had the shepherd there from his teammate, his captain in Maloney. He's turned it over. Here we go, Lenardi. Steering ball to full forward at the back. Might bring down the mark. Robbins is there trying to affect Quinn. Dish the hand pass across the defensive full back line for Allen. His kick out of defence was good. And now the hand pass to Hutchison. It's going to come back the way of Norton at left half back up towards the wing. Well done by Magnabosco, coming up to affect the contest, did brilliantly, gave the hand pass over the top. Now the kick inside the 50. It's worked out really well here. Abu Zaid has it. He's probably 65 from goal. He sets it up to the hot spot at the back. Hutchison's got the sit. McInerney spoiled it away from him. This is dangerous for the Kangaroos. McDonald lays the tackle and holds it up at full forward. They really should have had a mark there.
Yeah, mucked that up there.
Yeah, they did. Yep. Lockie Hutchison had the sit at the mark. All his. McInerney came in from the side and knocked it away from him. And to be fair, probably should have ended up taking the mark himself. As it is, it'll be balled up.
Yeah,
8
take
out.
it.
We go from the stoppage, spills out the back, comes to Maloney, dangerous hand pass, Turnbull's lurking, Abu Zaid tackling, ball up.
They should really try and take advantage here, Altona, with Paggett's height advantage over Maloney here at this stoppage.
Well, you've got Gertz as
Set
well.
play,
who can ruck.
yeah.
Got a couple of big men in this team. At the stoppage, at the hot spot, knocked it down. Again, they're not letting anything go. Sunshine.
Let's see who's on the fly here, boys.
Going to have
for
to do
Altona.
something remarkable to win this. Both ruckmen grappling with each other. It finds its way into a bit of space. Hand pass comes out, unable to get into any meaningful position, and another tackle. And we've barely moved from the initial stoppage.
Yeah, he's just dropping at his feet here.
They need to flick it somewhere. Someone needs to sweep off the back of this stoppage. Paget gets himself away. There he goes. Gives it over the top. Oh, was brought down and Kavanagh clears. But he thumps that one a little too early.
Great tackle, and they're having a bit of a wrestle now, boys.
Yeah, they certainly are. Well, if this one comes in on top of them, it might land in the pack. Kicks inside 50. At the back, it bounces right to the line, and it's slapped through for a rushed behind. As the scuffle breaks up.
Surely that's a free kick. He put his hands on it and just jumped, going for that mark, but yeah.
Anyway, the Kangaroos have it. Short ball for Kavanagh. Just nonchalantly lets the ball fall into his hands, close to his defensive goal. He works it back again. Playing with fire here. Quinn has it right on his defensive goal line. Not a lot for him. He works the far side of the ground. It's a dangerous kick. Works much on it. Magnabosco has a look at the sticks and misses. That was a golden chance. He intercepted the mark, did everything but kick the goal. Altona 4-4-28. Sunshine 5-7-37.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Altona man on man. So that's why they're getting repeat entries at the moment.
So the kick goes to Allen, left back pocket. He goes short again.
Oh, that's
he goes
out the full.
well wide, put it on the full. So free kick, Abu Zaid about 60 from goal. He kicks it to the hot spot. They're going to need a flyer here. Big fist by Kavanagh, does what he does best, and that's defend well. Now it's picked up by Shields, handballs out wide. Now it comes back to Turnbull. He goes back, goes to post. Would have just gone the 15 or the 10 metres. So he's marked it left half forward.
Turnbull running around the back for the old
crowded four line, so he bombs it to the top of the goal square. Paget, the man's going to have to fly. He couldn't take the mark. Kavanagh, beautiful. Takes the mark, moves it quickly, gets it out to Lockie Hutchison, who has a bounce, runs past the van, and kicks to centre. Oh, big Shepherd. Great Shepherd. But it's been chopped off by Pickard on centre wing. He's showing some form again, Kelly Pickard. Got his fitness back. He marks in front of his bench, and he drives it back long to the top, to the 50. Big pack flies, drops at the back. Ball spills to we ducked about two, but he's been hit high.
He got three.
It was a big hit on it. They came from everywhere, did the Kangaroo defenders. The posters earned the free kick and kicked from about 50.
Got a supplementary number there.
Wow.
He needs to go back and drill this, boys.
Yep.
Just for their effort they've put in the last 4 or 5 minutes here. Geez, Hemmings just Shepherd just in front of us.
Right in the place where it hurts.
That's
Didn't tickle.
Post comes in, kicks on its way, kicks from 49. I think he's put it through.
They wanted that one.
He has. Jaden Post gets the goal. He's at first of the afternoon. Margin back to 3 points, 5-7-37. Plays 5-4-34. We're on 23 minutes of this second quarter.
That is not 50 metres, that
No, that's
40. Decided.
Yeah.
Yep.
He cleared the fence by
About 15, 20 metres, yeah.
But great comeback here from Altona, and you can see what Sardi's he's made them all accountable, man on man all over the ground, and Sunshine just couldn't get it out of the Vikings forward line then.
At the bounce, Maloney knocked it away from Paget. Coming off there was Cook there. He did brilliantly. Thumped it in towards 50 at the back. Unable to take the mark there was a Turnbull, and it's come out of defence. Abu Eid gives it over the top. Look there, Abu Zaid gathers, kicks inside the 50, it's one-on-one, Robbins is there, almost knocked it back, and there's Collis trying to track it to the line, it will be slapped through by Quinn. And then into the fence he goes. That fence is very close to the boundary line, we've seen a couple of players career into that in this match. Minor score for Altona, they are within 2 points.
They're starting to panic a bit, Sunshine with the ball, perceived pressure.
Kick up to the wing, that's a good mark, it's not played, Kavanagh comes up with it, spilt the footy, shrugs the tackle, kicks up to the wing, McInerney knocked away from him, free kick against Jaden Post. So Jesse McInerney on centre wing, clubroom side. Goes with the incisive pass for Hutchison. It's not going to come off. Shields is there, wanted the hand pass. Maloney did well, gave it over the top. It's taken by Hemmons, kicks inside the 50. It was another flying shot on goal and another behind. Sunshine 5-8, Altona 5-5. So they bring it in down the outer wing. They're at half back. Magna Bosco has it.
Robbins heading to the bench, boys, doesn't look 100%.
He looks a bit proppy, doesn't he? Spiteri presents.
They're out here on this clubroom side, no?
I'll just watch it half forward here. There is a blow. It's a dangerous kick. Coming up to meet it there with Marley. He's got Kennedy running by. He decides to kick it himself. Up to half forward. Jaden Post. Rafferty alone in the goal square. If he can get it there, he goes shorter for Collis, who marks on his chest out in front of Ben McInerney, and he'll go back and he'll have a shot at goal. He'll be about 45 metres out. The angle will be somewhat severe, but certainly not impossible.
Geez, they worked it well. They had runners on both sides of the ground, then they had options everywhere.
8 goals for the season. Sean Collis has put it near side, a minor score. And they get a little bit closer, 2 points the difference. 5-8-38 plays 5-6-36. The short ball out of defence. And a kick down the wing. Up they come. McInerney did really well. Just worked Pickard out of the contest there. Takes the mark. This is where they've been breaking down this quarter. The next kick, hand pass comes up, Atkins running by, put it behind him, back to Habe, kicks long towards full forward, running back with the flight, coming up to meet it, it clears them all, Maloney's there, couldn't get it, Magna Bosco onto it, gives the hand pass over the top, and a thumping ball out of defence. Cavallaro's the target, he's going to have to track it to the line. Got a cut, one to beat, dishes the hand pass over the top, and now they got the extra over the top. Abu Zaid takes the mark, he will indeed. Will he go around his teammate? He kicks to full forward, he's overshot it. Paget has to come. Quinn just hacks it out of the air and puts it out on the full. It was a dangerous position, he just had to do anything with it to get it out of there. And the kick inside 50 for Rafferty. And there's just a lot of looking around at the moment in the back half from the Kangaroos. Yeah, they're panicking there. Omar Abzoud, he had 3 options. He didn't know which one to kick to. He put it in the middle.
On the Paget, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
top of the goal scorer by himself.
It's worked out all right. Quinn under pressure kicked it out in the full.
So Josh Rafferty for some reward for plenty of hard work in this quarter. 35 metres out, the drop pass is across the face, and it has just snuck in for a behind. And they've got to start kicking some of these. 1 goal, 1 for Josh Rafferty this afternoon.
Just for their work, if they can get in front at half-time for the psychological effort and just their mindset, and there's the siren.
It is half-time. Hutchison to Atkins to Maloney coming out of defence, but the siren signals for half-time here at Kinder Smith Reserve. What was a 16-point lead to Sunshine at quarter-time has been trimmed to a solitary point. The Roos 5-8-38, Altona 5-7-37. They kicked 3-6 in that second term. The Roos just the 1 goal 3. Goal scorers in this opening term: 2 goals to Daniel Castellano, singles to Searle, Allen and Atkins. That was Jake Allen for the Kangaroos and for the Vikings. 3 to Mitch Turnbull, who's been very good up forward for the visiting side. Josh Rafferty and Jaden Post have the other 2. At half-time, it's a 1-point lead to Sunshine. You're listening to 88.9 Win FM.
You're listening to the
3 jumpers on. All right, let's get on with it. Sunshine by a point. The throw up to start the second half. McEnany goes up, wins it down, then had to go collect it. Kennedy was pushed off his kick, wanted to go in and get it again. It comes out the back to Searle, slings the ball to full forward. Habe front position, fisted away from him. Going to pick it up there was Shields, knocked it over the top to Pickard, was pushed off his kick by Habe. It skews off the side of the boot and out of bounds.
Yeah, just Habe now to full forward, so they've swung that around. Saul, you've just mentioned he's moved up into the midfield.
So Paget, front spot, knocks it down into the congestion. McEnany tried to slap it away, didn't get his hands onto the footy. It's still underneath a pile of players, and they'll throw it up again, just inside 50.
We've got Maloney running with Kennedy.
They go, knocked down. McEnany again trying to burrow his way through. It was well done. This is good by Christodoulou. Just the hand pass away, but they come up with it, Altona. McDonald got the hand pass out. That's a poor kick out towards the wing. Bounce favoured the Vikings though. Kavanagh's going to go get it. He had to beat Cavallaro, was caught in the tackle. It's close to the boundary line out there. He's trying to spin his way out. He did drop it, and the umpire has pinged him for holding the ball. McDonald's going to move it on quickly inside the middle of the ground for Kennedy. Sweeps the hand pass up towards full forward. The shot on goal is through. Shields with the opening major of the second half, and Altona hit the front. 6-7-43. Sunshine 5-8-38. A minute and a half gone in this third term.
Yeah, just come through the tackling pressure of the Altona boys out that far wing. McDonald received the free kick, and he just looked inboard on that 45 degree, and it just opened the whole game up. Spotted up Kennedy, who fed Shield running past and nailed it.
It's back in the middle. McEnany gets the hit out. Got it down to Maloney, dropped up and tackled by Kennedy. We'll have the ball up.
Falcons 8-5-53, Saints 4-5-29.
It's tossed back up.
Even he wouldn't be able to help him.
Wins it down. Obviously got the handball. They're running through. Kennedy kicks down inside 50 to full forward. That's not well directed. The mark's been taken there by Ben McEnany, who moves it on quickly. Now the kick comes out in the Hutchison direction, goes on the bounce, gets the handball back. Now a little chip kick over the top, too much on it. Paget got a fist in there. There's still a loose ball though. Langwell couldn't pick it up for the Vikings. For the Kangaroos now he can. Got the handball to Atkins. Now he kicks over in the Searle direction. That mark's taken by Jake Allen. Snuck in there with the interchange. Takes the mark in front of Pickard. Allen kicks the full forward. Looking for Castellano, got his hands to it. Balls it, spills. Spiteri threw it out. Umpire's blindsided. Searle's gathered. Spiteri makes the tackle. The handball went only as far as Payton, and now the ball goes out of bounds. And we're going to have a throw in about 20 around from the Kangaroos' goal. So we get the throw it in front of the Marge Laffin scoreboard.
Yeah, Matthew Hutchison just, I don't know if he's done a hamstring or a calf. He's just limped off to the bench.
So Paget gets the hit out. Descent tried to barge his way through, left the ball behind. And now we're going to get a ball up with Shields. He's wrapped up by McEnany and Descent. So ball about 40 out.
I think it's a corky smack as he's trying to walk it off.
So toss back up. McEnany with the hit out, tapped it to the hot spot now. Maloney gathers, snaps around the body on the right side. It's touched. Play on, still ball, still in play. Habe! I think he's kicked it. He has. Oh, wow. It seemed like Magnabosco felt he touched him, but he was standing on the wrong side of the goal line, I reckon. So the goal stands, and Sunshine retake the lead, 6-8-44 to 6-7-43. 3 minutes 45 gone second quarter.
Another noted goal kicker, Darren Habe.
No, the Vikings there, I don't know why they tapped it back in. They should have just been rushed through for a behind, but yeah, he seized on the opportunity and broke through two of them.
They watch too much telly and forget that we don't have that rule.
Yeah, that's right.
From the throw in, from the bounce in the middle, McDonald shucked it from Maloney, runs to 60, kicks to full forward, and a mark.
Yeah, Cavalieri.
That's me.
Sorry.
Cavallaro takes the mark.
Would love to have taken that mark, Pep.
Yeah, nah, not a chance.
Tried to get you a kick, mate.
You would have had to grown 4 feet.
Yeah, true. Elliot Cavallaro for the instant answer for Altona to put them back in front. He's only about 20 out. No angle to speak of. Cavallaro guides it through the middle. And a quick start for both sides, a couple of early goals. 7-7-49 Altona, 6-8-44 Sunshine. Just 5 minutes into this third quarter, it might have opened up a little bit.
Yeah, and O'Callaghan is going to cop the ref, I think. He's just been dragged because he allowed McDonald to come off this wing here and attack the ball, and he just ran through the centre without no physical contact whatsoever.
He's really finding his feet at this top division level, McDonald, isn't he? Being a real influence for Altona.
Yeah, it was always going to, young Josh.
At the bounce, come up with it still. This is Shields, dish the hand pass over the top to Zani. Now Kennedy, this is all by hand. They've worked it around the far side of the ground, kicks up half forward in the Rafferty direction, worked his opponent out of it. Now can he pick it up? He does. He hand passes over the top. Here's Turnbull. He tries to dribble it along the ground. It gets to the line. Cavallaro tried to pick it up, but it was rushed through the last moment. So Altona's lead is an even 6 points, 7-8-50 to 6-8-44. 6 gone, third quarter. And they've made a meal of this, the Kangaroos coming out of half back. It spills clear close to the boundary line, and they can't get a clean grasp on it. I think they'll take that, the Roos, in the end. A stoppage at half forward for Altona.
So 6 points to margin, favour of the Vikings. Umpire restarts play, the throw-in about the 50. Ball comes down to Kennedy, snaps back inside 50, looking for a mark there. Turnbull came, but coming through Shields on the right boot, dribbles it towards goal, he's put it through. 12 points now, the lead in favour of the Vikings, and they've come out firing in this third quarter with 3 goals to 1 to start it. Margin 12 points, 6-8-44 plays 8-8-56. We've gone 6.5 in the third quarter.
He's done well, Shields. He was the one that got the ball out of the centre here and just followed it up, and loose checking by the on-ballers of the Kangaroos here is killing them at the moment. They're winning it out of the middle. That's where the damage is getting done.
So 12 points is the lead to Altona at the moment. Padgett knocked it down, then it came back and hit him on the head. Lands in the hands of Maloney, and it will be balled up again. McEnany gave himself a run at it. Padgett stood his ground. Underneath it there was Ben Christodoulou, slung to ground in the tackle. It spills out the back for Padgett, wrapped up by Jesse McEnany. They'll do it again. Still inside the centre circles. In the middle of Kinder Smith reserve. 7.5 played. Both rucks jumped early, both rucks missed it. Onto it there was the young man in descent. His kick was partially smothered. Spills out the back, sweeping hand pass into the middle. They're taking risks and they're paying off. Kennedy goes onto it. He's been caught in the tackle. He shrugged one, then shrugged another. Gave it back to Rafferty. Sweeps the hand pass out towards Pickard, kicks towards half forward. Kavanagh did well, spills to the front. Cavallaro releases the footy. Abu Zaid from the boundary, couldn't kick a goal from there. He has. It's close to the line. They're still grappling for it on the last line. The Roos, they're not talking. It spills into the space, right on the line. McDonald, yes! What a start to the third term for the Vikings. They're out by 18 points. McDonald, the goal kicker, from the goal line. They just willed it forward. 9-8-62. Sunshine, who have stopped. 6-8-44. 8.5 gone in the third term.
Young Jack Morales just cost his teammate goal of the year. He tried to get out the way. He tried to get out the way. The ball bounced up, ricocheted back, and luckily for him that McDonald was there to mop it up. But full credit to Altona. They got him on the spread here at the moment.
Back in the middle. Rucks fly. McEnany got it down.
Out the middle again.
Oh no, it's going to come the other way. Smackers. Sunshine get the clearance. They kick to half forward. Mark taken by Christodoulou. There he goes, centering ball, so not a good kick. Oh, Kennedy dropped what he should have taken. But they may be able to lay the tackle there, but by Magna Bosco, we'll get a ball up right at 7.
Only mistake he's made so far.
It has. So McEnany wins the hit out. Kennedy dispossessed, still loose ball. Right on the 50 now for the Kangaroos. I think we're going to get another ball up. There we are. So true centre half forward position now for this ball up. 4 goals to 1 to start this third quarter in favour of the Vikings. as Altona looked to get the clearance, handball into the middle of the ground. Abu Z got it, handballed over to Marley, kicks to half forward, looking for Rafferty, took the mark.
Turn and go, Josh, turn and go.
He's at half forward, kicks inside 50, a low ball, bounces through, might favour Geordie Robbins, see if he can run onto it. He can, but Quinn's there to lay some pressure. Robbins did really well there, but couldn't quite keep his feet there. Now it's a mad scramble for the Kangaroos defenders. They look to clear through Kavanagh, got their handball. Now the clear and kick out of defence goes to centre wing, but it might come back as Magna Bosco got across. Searle did well, got the contest, but there's that man again, Kennedy. Fakes the handball, now he gives the handball, goes over the top to Magna Bosco, who just paddled it to his teammate Marley. Now back to Magna Bosco. He kicks towards half forward. They need a mark here, but it's just all Kangaroos defenders there, and Kavanagh takes the mark.
So Kavanagh is going to work the switch. It's a dangerous kick. Coming up to meet it was Turnbull. He did really well. Leaves it for Lunardi to mop up. He floats the kick. It was horrible. Turned it over for Maloney. Sweeps the hand pass to the goal line. They're still under the pump. Abu Zaid comes in, tries to affect the contest. The kick comes out wide. Oh, brilliantly done for the Kangaroos by Atkins. He had to beat two, and he did it with aplomb. Kicks up towards half forward in the descent direction. Kennedy wraps him up, holds things up, and it'll be a ball up on centre wing out of side. And again, the heat in this match has gone up a couple of notches. Altona by 3 goals, 11 gone, third term. From the stoppage on the outer side, it was knocked down. Kennedy got it out the back. Rafferty was there trying to affect it. Kennedy's underneath. I don't know how he managed to get underneath all those players. Yeah, he just magician, that man. Stephen Kennedy, the way he gets his hands on the footy, it will be thrown in on the wing. Padgett just outweighing Maloney. Somehow it was won by the Kangaroos out of the middle. Kick to full forward. Castellano comes up to meet it. The bounce cruelled him. Then it was left behind. They had to go and get it. Pickard sweeps the hand pass out wide for Post. He waited a little long. Floats the kick up towards half back. He's turned it over. Here's Havey. They got to move it quickly here, the Kangaroos, because the numbers are float back. He kicks it short. It was an absolute shank. But Christodoulou's marked it on the tip, right on the arc of 50. He's probably within range. Because
it's an instep torpedo.
It was one of the worst kicks we've ever seen. But
Coach always says to play it in front if you're in the forward line.
Christodoulou might back himself from here because it's not a 50-metre arc. He has a shot. He hit it well. It's away to the left. It's the Roos. Get back within 17 points. 12.5 gone, third term. 6-9-45, trailing Altona 9-8-62. Ben Christodoulou with 9 goals for the season. That's his first score for the day. Payton's calling for it, close to the boundary line. Instead, Altona go down the guts. Padgett's the target. He goes up to meet it, falls to the front. Well done by Jamie Cook. Couldn't break free of the shackles in the end, and they'll ball it up. So it's at half forward for the Kangaroos, who need to mount a challenge here because they've been challenged themselves. From the stoppage, Padgett didn't get a clean take on it. It was won out there by Christodoulou. It was sharked by Lunardi, collected by Langwall, potentially high, umpire blindsided, and now he'll come and ball it up. This is a key moment in this match, you feel, Smackers.
Yeah.
A real
Sunshine can get one back here, they're back into it. If Altona gets one, it breaks their back.
Yeah, it could go either way. Lunardi won it from the clearance, flicked it back into play, and then it is seen over in the end. Throw in.
So in centre wing, front of the club rooms, umpire throws it back in. Padgett worked his opponent under. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go away to Maloney. He looks to move it on quickly, so drives it inside 50, looking for a mark. McInerney's going to be the flyer, post with the fist. Then the ball spills out the back. Allen and Pickard almost went head, picked up by Cavallaro, snaps around the body. Mark almost taken there by Atkins, got his hands to it. Now they look to clear the Vikings through Malay, pushed over the boundary line. We had a throw in, 15 round from the Kangaroos goals. They kick towards the Lily Street end here of Kinder Smith Reserve.
Yeah, they got the full press on again, the Kangaroos now.
So toss back in, post with the hit out, paddles it to the front of the pack, picked up by Searle, snaps around the body. Will they have the carry? It does, but he's missed it near side, so the margin now back to 16 points, 9-8-62, Altona, Sunshine 6-10-46, we've gone 14.5.
It's his first score since the opening goal in the opening minute. Aaron Searle, 1-1 today. Robbins has it at left half back for Altona. He sends a long ball down the wing, asks his teammates to jump at it. There's a contest. It's fisted to the front. Coming up to meet it, the Kangaroos. They need speed. Tripped in the end. Was Allen not called? Yes, it is called. He will take it. The free diving tackling attempt by Robbins just clipped his heels. There's a lead coming up, middle of the ground by Habe.
He's back himself in from there.
Well, the man on the mark is about 55 metres out, which is probably only 45. So he sends a long ball with the left boot. It's not going to have the legs. McEnany can jump from the back, fisted forward by Post. It comes down. Langwell knocked it goal side. They've got numbers across the goal line. Magna Bosco, dangerous spot for him. He pops it in the air. It was good enough. Trent Rafferty takes the mark. Delicate little ball out wide. Spiteri takes the mark. So they avoid trouble there, Altona, and the Roos at the moment having the better of the general play. It's been up their end for the last 5 minutes or so. They need to get some reward for it on the scoreboard. The kick out wide to a contest. Robbins dives in. It spills out. Kangaroos with the numbers. Hand pass missed the target. Norton had to go get it. He did, then he lost it. Numbers with Altona now. They're swarming to try to get it forward. Cavallaro's in there. There's no way he's going to get that out. The umpire will throw it up. On centre wing, out of side. 16.5 gone in the third quarter. It's a 16-point lead to Altona, who've kicked 4 goals to 1 in this quarter. In a hurry, I might add, in the opening 5 to 10 minutes. There'll be a secondary stoppage.
So, played about to be restarted. Rucks to fly. Paget wins it down. Still a hot ball. Cook tries to barge his way through. Clearance, no. Kick smothered. That was Patton now. The Kangaroos look to go inside 50. They do. Goes inside 50. Cavallaro Castellano trying to run it onto it. And he sees the ball out of bounds. Him and Zani see it out. And we're going to have a throw in about 20 round.
They make it tough for us. They make it tough for us. Castellano, Cavallaro, Cavalieri. Gee whiz. Sorry about
that. Thrown back in now. Hit out goes the way of the Kangaroos. Picard, though, looks to defend. Paddles it forward. Atkins tries to barge his way through. Still a hot footy. Post wrapped up. He's gang tackled by 2 Kangaroo defenders in Maloney and Langwell. We're getting the ball up about 40 out from the Kangaroos' goal. So it's been nearly 10 minutes since the last goal was scored. That was to Altona, the 8-minute mark. So it's tossed back up. McEnany wins the hit out. And then we're going to get another ball up as Maloney lays the tackle.
I just feel if Sunshine can conjure something out of nothing here and snap a goal, it might just spark them.
So Rucks go again. McEnany in front wins it down. But the Cavallari gets the clearance, kicks it into the centre square. They've done well here, the Vikings. As they charge forward through Cole, so he kicks it high up and under. But I think it'll come back as Quinn takes the mark, taking inside the defensive 50. Was a really poor kick there by Sean Collis going forward.
Could have kept running.
Yeah. He didn't have to kick it that high either.
So Abiwi takes the mark as the Kangaroos play on. Gets their handball now to the outside, gets it back. Does Abiwi, now kicks the half forward. Allen on the lead, takes the mark. Good strong hands out in front. Now he's going to have to move it quickly. Kicks looking for McEnany. Beautiful pass by Jakey Allen there on his left side. And a great lead there by McEnany, the ruckman. And he'll go back to kick for his first of the afternoon to bring the margin back to 10 points.
Unheralded player, Jakey Allen.
I was going to say, Kev,
spoil before and a bit of hard work before, and then that was just a beautiful kick.
His last 4 or 5 minutes has been outstanding.
Yep. Put his body over the footy, his head over the footy a couple of times, and then just that delivery then was perfect. So
Jesse McEnany comes in, kicks on its way, missed it to the right, so 1 behind only. Margin back to 15 points, 9-8-62 Altona, 6-11-47 Sunshine.
They've got the ball where they want it, Sunshine. That first quarter, Altona found it hard to get through their full press, and they've locked down in it again.
The kick comes out. Ooh. Gertz lost his mouth guard in the process. He takes the mark close to the boundary line. Got a couple of tall targets to get them out of trouble coming out of defence, the Vikings. Now Padgett's the next in the queue. Had to fist it away from Kavanagh in the end. It falls to ground. Caught in the tackle was Collis. They'll ball it up on centre wing. 6:11:47 Sunshine. Altona 9:8:62. As we tick into time on in the third quarter, Kennedy somehow gets his way through traffic, kicks into the middle. Marley's going to run onto it. He left it for his teammate, sweeps the hand pass out wide. It was a 20-metre hand pass for Cavallaro, really opened up the play. Kicks inside the 50. It's close to the boundary line. Kavanagh did brilliantly. Kicks a high ball to the wing. They've got the numbers. Padgett, Cavallaro, they all went up at Shields as well. Now they can release the footy, the Kangaroos. They're going to go straight down the guts. Here's a contest that needs to be won. Great tackling there by Jake Allen, the unheralded Roo. He wins the contest for Sunshine, and he kicks inside 50, and Castellano takes the mark. They call for it in the corridor. He's going to go and own it himself and have a shot at goal.
Yeah, he's taken it on himself here to nail this one. Yep.
Has to nail it, Castellano. 2 to his name. Gets close to the man on mark. Skews off the side of the boot. McEnany's got the sit. It falls to the front. Comes out to Pickard. Gives it to Zani. Wants to go back to Pickard. He might get run down. He does get rid of the ball just into the nick of time. They might come back inside 50 though. Good hand pass to half forward. Oh, poor bounce. Rafferty left it for his teammate there in Marley. Gave the hand pass to Padgett. Sold him into trouble. Now Kavanagh gives it off towards Maloney. Now over again. Kick to full forward. It's a one-on-one contest. Almost a great mark. Trying to barge his way through. They've got numbers. Zani, Magna Bosco. Calm heads for the Vikings at fullback. And the short pass to Abu Zaid. Works it well. That's a poor kick. Coming up to meet it there was Ben McEnany. Spoils it, then kept it in. Had to beat Abu Zaid on the way through. Dish the hand pass over the top. Magna Bosco receives it. Defensive hand pass for Altona, but he's turned it over. Gives it to Alice. Sends a high ball towards half forward. That was poor. He had to set it shorter for his teammate in Hutchison. He did not. Cavallaro chops it off and kicks out in the Gertz direction. Had it knocked away from him. McDonald mops up at the back, knocked over, pushed in the back. Free kick. Joshy McDonald on centre wing.
He's done his ankle.
He's up though. He's going to try and take his kick.
Yeah, that's not good for Altona if he's hurt.
So McDonald, just a little short ball. It's good. It's his teammate there in Turnbull. He's got 3 this afternoon. Now he drives it long. Looking for a marking target inside 50. Gertz took the one hand up. Now they lay the tackle. Robbins with a big tackle. Ball spills loose. Collis on the left side of the body. Kicks towards goal. Hooked it too much. Through for 1 behind. So margin now back to 16 points. 6:11:47. Sunshine Trail. Altona 9:9:63.
McDonald straight off with that ankle, and Lenardi came on. Now Robbins, I think, is going off as well. He's sort of been favouring that ankle as well. Gee, they need a lift from Lenardi.
So 4 goals, 2 to 1-3 this quarter in favour of Altona. That's hard running from Max Norton, one of Sunshine's inclusions this afternoon. He marks in the middle and then gives the hand pass back to McEnany, who kicks up to half forward. Now Jesse McEnany takes the mark. He can send it long to full forward. He put it short for Habe, who couldn't quite juggle it down at the foot of the pack. They've got numbers, the Kangaroos. Great stuff. Hand pass comes out. Now releasing Hammonds in space. Hooks it back to the goal side. It was tipped. It's going to land in the square. Can it be a goal? It is. Allen somehow kept it from going through. And the Roos get one back. They're within 10 points. 7:11:53. Altona 9:9:63. And I'll breathe a little sigh of relief there. The Kangaroos, they get within striking distance.
How fickle is football. That ball then, it was 3-on-1, and I just can't pick up the Altona. I think it was young Peyton, wasn't it? He did everything right, attacked it, it just bounced over his head and then stopped.
Yeah, I know.
It just stopped on the goal line.
You've got to love the oval ball. Throw back up in the middle. Gertz wins it down. Rafferty tries to pick it up. He can't. Still a loose ball there. I think the umpire's going to come in, ball up. He is. Secondary bounce.
I think the footy gods are shining on Jakey Allen just at the minute. This last little 5 or 10 minute period has been terrific.
He's been fantastic. Got 2 this afternoon. The play restarts. No real clear hit out there. Atkins
He's
Gets
been
the
good.
clearance. He has. Cross half back there. Kicks to the half forward. Descent. He cops a bad bounce. So Kennedy chimes in. Tries to gather possession. Still in play. Kennedy gets around Habe. Got the handball back to Magnum Bosco. And he drives it long down the outer side, looking for a mark there. Well, almost the mark to Turnbull at the back. Did a real good hand. Now Cavallaro runs inside 50. Has a bounce on his left side. Centering ball. Need a mark. Oh, good defence there by McEnany. Now a loose ball though. Comes to Malay. Balks one player. Kicks towards goal. And he's put it through. What a goal, Jack Malay. It was beautifully set up on the outer side there by Kennedy. He set it up, got the ball back to Magna Bosco, and a great goal there to the Vikings to lead back to 16 points. 10-9, 69, play 7-11, 53. We've played 25 and a half minutes.
Yeah, great steadying goal. The Kangaroos the last 8 minutes have thrown everything at them, and they were coming with a wet sail, but that one there is just the steady they need to, especially in the red zone now, as we call it, the 26-minute mark.
Still within striking distance, though, the Kangaroos. Maloney won it down opposed to Gertz. Abuzid off the back of the square. Used Magna Bosco, gave it back to Trent Rafferty. His kick skewed off the side of the boot. He's going to make Kennedy work for it. And as has been the case all afternoon, about a 26-minute quarter comes to an end. At the final change at Kinder Smith Reserve, it's Altona, 5-2 in the third quarter. They were terrific. They lead by 16 points at three-quarter time. Yep.
We've got Nick Rewald out
well,
on there.
certainly we mentioned it at the top of the program that
now we've got a Bulldog supporter out in the ground. Jeez.
Not so much top
we had
5
security guards
chances.
for Thursday night.
Not so much top 5 chances if they lose today, Altona, but top 3 chances. They're going to be a long way behind, and that's hard to make up. And it's the top 3 you need to find yourself in to give yourself a real chance. Now the opening bounce or throw up to start the final term. 16 points the lead to Altona. Padgett decisively down to Kennedy, who dropped it as he was tackled. Maloney went in, left it behind. Rafferty's wrapped up. Ball up. And the first goal you would think is going to be decisive in deciding this game. Obviously the Vikings with a 3-goal advantage. And it's knocked down to the front. Tracking it there was Atkins. Up towards half forward. Well done by Descent to keep it in front of him. Kennedy goes and collects it. Hand passes inside the 50. A little kick inside to the pocket. It has spilled out of play. It'll be thrown in. Robbins playing inside 50.
Out of bounds.
Boundary thrown.
Bounds earlier.
A couple of scores around the grounds, boys. The Wintervale Falcons 11-10-76 lead St Albans 6-5-41.
Wow.
Sanctuary Lakes 9-12-66 lead North Sunshine 6-7-43. A couple of upsets coming up there by the looks of it.
Thrown back in. Maloney does his own roving handballs back. Got it to Spiteri. Slung as he kicks inside 50. And the tackle affected the kick. He's put it out of bounds on the full.
West Footscray 9-10-64. Auburndale 13-7-85.
Zaber Eid takes the mark. Plays on. Now gives it over to Quinn. Little short ball. Finds Ben McEnany. Still inside defensive 50. Slow movement. Now he's going to go to switch. So he plays on. Runs through the goal square. Fade the handball. Now he's forced straight up the middle. He's done well. Let's see how the kick goes. Kicks into the centre. His teammate charges out in Searle. Couldn't take the mark. But the handball over the top. Goes to Maloney. But he's dispossessed. Zanyi did well. Got the handball over to Malay. Kicks too much on it for Lenardi, but it goes to Cavallaro. Gets it to Rafferty. Back to Cavallaro. Kick inside 50. Looking for Turnbull. Flies. Oh, strong hands. Yes, he should be paid, and he is. Good hands by Mitch Turnbull. And probably one of the first times Liam Kavanagh's been beaten this afternoon in a one-on-one.
Yeah, he's been beaten off. And Sunny Heights 13-7-85. Tarnheat 9-10-64. The wedding cake won't taste any good if
no,
that continues.
Someone's going to cop that.
You can bet on that.
Turnbull comes in, kicks from 50. And he's pushed it to the left, and it's through for one behind. Margin 17 points now in favour of the Vikings. 10-10-70. Plays on 7-11-53.
And Caroline Springs 4-9-33. Deer Park 17-11-1-13.
We talk about momentum at the moment. Altona have got it, and they've got to make the most of it. And that would have been a handy goal.
Yeah. As we said, They've kicked 8 of the last 11 since quarter time, so been fairly and squarely on top. Kennedy comes up with it after the kick in, knocked off the footy, trying to barge his way through. Just weren't having any of it.
Good matchup, Kennedy and Descent, isn't it?
Yep.
That's a beauty. Werribee District 6-9-45, Spotty 12-11-83.
Paget caught behind, knocks it down. Descent did well, runs into the Kennedy tackle, ball up. And there's a few words being exchanged in there. Rafferty and Descent. It's a hot match out there. Paget clearly won it down. Tried to just hand it to Spiteri, running by. Did Gertz in the end, and now he becomes the tackler. Rafferty jumping in there. Ball up just inside the 50, close to the boundary line at left half forward for Altona. Leading by 17 points. Early stages, final term. Less than 4 minutes gone, close to the boundary. It was well done there, but it might be turned over. They got numbers here, Altona. Zani did well, caught in the tackle. Lost possession. Becoming tackler on Turnbull there was Hutchison. That was Lockie. They do come up with it though. Now Descent off half-back. He's given it back. It comes out towards post. Gives it to Lenardi. Shrugs the tackle. Goes the don't argue against Norton, and was paid for holding the ball. Fair enough too. Great tackle by Norton. The inclusion today. He kicks a long ball out wide for the Kangaroos, and it was good. Hit its target out on the outer side. Hutchison has it. Works it up the wing, beyond the wing in fact, to half forward. This is Langwell. He's a long way from home. He kicks it inside the 50 in the McEnany direction. It clears them all. It bouncing and bouncing close to the boundary line. Pickard's doing well. It is dished out in the end. Kavanagh's moved forward. Gets away from the tackle. Throws it onto the boot. Snaps to the teeth of gold. They fly. It's loose. Numbers, Kennedy, hand passes out of trouble, missed its intended target, and now here's Descent, weaving his way through, gives it over the top, the shot on goal by Christodoulou to the goal line, and they mop up okay in the end. Pickard's given it up, coughed it up, the snap has missed.
He hasn't scored.
No, it hasn't even gone through. Post takes the mark and relieves the pressure for Magna Bosco in the right back pocket. Gee whiz.
Pickard, he had about 4 blokes on their own out on this wing, and he hit the sunshine bloke, but luckily just had enough pressure to turn it back over.
Loudon 7-5-47, Parkside 20-15-135, and Yarraville 12-11 lead Manor Lakes 4-4. Manor Lakes very low scoring for them.
Yeah.
So it was cleared, and then Kavanagh came up with it, received a hand pass, kicked inside the 50. And it's a mark at full forward.
Habe.
Yep, it is Darren Habe again. Just a goal today. Not a noted goal kicker, as Kev did mention. It was his first for the year when he kicked one in the third quarter.
Massive kick though, this one.
And now this to cut the margin to 11 points. Darren Habe from about 45 metres out. No angle to speak of. Needs to kick the goal. He leapt into it. That is a beautiful kick from Darren Habe. And he cuts the margin to 11 points. And the Kangaroos have a pulse. They're 8-11-59, trailing Altona 10-10-70. 6.5 gone in the final term. And it was the first goal that was going to prove so important, and the home side has it.
They got more than the pulse, Pep. They're right back in this game. Only 11 points. It starts in the middle now, and this is where the Vikings have got to take advantage with Maloney in the ruck against Paget here. The big fella's got plenty of reach over him.
So Paget wins it down. Clearance is going to go the way of the Kangaroos. Castellano on his left side kicks it to the outer side, but Pickard chases it down on his right side. High ball, probably too far. Is it out of bounds on the full?
Yep.
It is. Free kick will go to the Kangaroos. Kavanagh will take it. He goes back inside defensive 50. It's up Quinn. So not much movement ahead, so he's forced to go short down the line. It's a good kick. Well, Mark's dropped though. Got done by Zani with the spoil. Now he mops up. Tries to spin out of trouble. Can't get his handball. Quick sock off the ground by the Vikings. Goes to half forward. Kavanagh and Robbins come out to meet it, and they wrap each other up. And the tackle, the ball up at 45 from goal for the Vikings.
They've just stifled the Vikings ball movement ahead of the Kangaroos.
So Gertz with the hit out. Now Quinn's going to get the clearance on his left side. Descent's going to fly, takes the mark in front of Kennedy. Now the switch is on, goes out looking for O'Callaghan, takes the mark, plays on, kicks
good kick
to wings, good kick. Hutchison takes the mark, plays on, they're moving it well. There's the mark taken by Havey, the last goal scorer. He moves it on, kicks inside 50, coming in with a good mark though. Padgett with the one-hander just stuck the left hand out. And he looks to clear and kicks in the Gertz direction. It's Havey with the spoil. Ball's going to spill out of bounds in front of the Altona interchange bench, and a few players exchange some words, and we're going to throw in.
Yeah.
9 minutes gone, final quarter.
Even that mark then, that Sunshine just held him up and made him kick down the line, and at the moment it's playing into their hands.
So, umpire throws it back in. Maloney with the hit out, got it to Descent. He's wrapped up in the tackle immediately, and the umpire's going to come in and ball it up as Kennedy looked to escape out the back.
So a ball up on centre wing, 11 points the difference. Altona still in front. It kind of bounced its way off a couple of hands, ended up with Padgett, gave it over the top. They've worked it by hand. O'Callaghan with the most meaningful possession. Now the snap towards goal. To the teeth of goal, there's a free kick. Castellano will have the set shot from about 15 metres out, and a slight angle to the right, but not too much. He should be able to finish this one pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't think there was much in it, boys.
Yeah, I can't say for myself, I didn't see it, but
I didn't see it either, sorry, Smackers.
but Castellano
No,
angled to the right
wasn't loading it, mate.
to cut it to 5 points. Oh, he made the umpire work, and she worked too much.
Yeah, but whoever's going to take their opportunities now in front of goal.
Daniel Castellano with a behind, 8-12-60 to 10-10-70.
Fitness is going to kick in here somewhere too, boys.
Kick in down the middle for Lenardi. He's got Collis working for him. He just went a little behind him. He made him work.
A bad kick, 3-on-1.
Yeah, Abu Eid was able to affect the contest. It comes up.
Oh,
Oh, well
Maloney.
done, Maloney. That was a captain's moment. He kicks the Kangaroos inside 50. Oh, post flew from the back. Couldn't bring down the mark. It bounces off the shins of Rafferty and out of play in the right half forward flank, about 50 metres out from goal. The end, the Kangaroos are attacking.
I thought the defender's supposed to punch from behind, not try and take mark of the ear, but Jesus, Post got a ride.
From the throw in, it's flicked goal side. Dangerous moment here. Brought down was Lenardi. Little Topo out towards the wing. Numbers with Altona again. The bounce crawled them. Here's McInerney close to the boundary. Sets it up to the teeth of goal. Castellano in a dangerous position. It's fisted out the back. Here's where Altona can get the ruse. Abu Zaid
He's got Rafferty on.
kicked up towards Rafferty. Did well to pick it up at his bootlaces. Kicks up to half forward. And now well done by Kavanagh to keep it away from Josh Rafferty. Then he gives the hand pass over the top. Searching for Norton. Let it bounce. Gave it to Quinn. And a kick down the wing. It had to bounce again. Now up to half forward. This is great ball movement. The next kick is the important one. Kick to full forward post is well set, and he takes the mark. Just lost his opponent there, and he can repel the Vikings through Pickard.
This next kick's important. He's done it
Go
well.
out wide for Marley, who might want to dart back inboard. He will hold himself up.
Yeah, he's got Kavanagh here just floating back, so if he kicks down the line, it's going to fall into his hands. He's going to have to go short.
Could go. He's got
45.
Cavallaro
Oh, he's gone long.
down the wing. Cavallaro likes the mark, but here is Kavanagh, and he does take the mark. There is a bunch of Cavs out there too. He looks to go the switch across half back. It hangs in the air. It's a dangerous ball. Lenardi tried to get in there and punch it away from Lockie Hutchison. He couldn't do so. And the Roos can reset from half back.
So, kick inboards. Mark's taken there by Norton. Moves it on quickly to Maloney. He's the little short border half forward. Need a mark. Zani did really well. Stuck the hand up. Won the contest. Now he goes to switch. Goes out to Kennedy. He marks grandstand side of the ground here. Kicks inboard. It's a good one. Finds Cook. He moves it quickly, kicked a half a bit of a mongrel punt, but it could be effective. It's half forward. Rafferty runs onto it, got their handball over to Spiteri, then over to Marley. Marley with a little chip, looking for Bellinati, who had to sit, couldn't take the mark. Ball spills down to Collis, his kick smothered. Allen did well, got it to Quinn. Now the handball out wide to Atkins, and they look to clear the centre wings. Good kick, but a good fist though. Good defensive fist there by Leslie. And we have a throw in on centre wing on the outer side in the sunshine out there.
A few Altona boys looking for some petrol tickets.
Yeah, what a great smother by Lukey Allen then.
So we've got 13 and a half minutes of this final quarter. 10-point lead to the Vikings. Umpire restarts play. Padgett wins it down, but only as far as descent though. Now going forward through Declan Maloney to half forward. They need a mark here, the Kangaroos. Ball spills to the back. First onto it, it's going to be Post. Gets the handball back to his teammate, then gets it back, does Post. Now he drives at the centre wing outer side, but it might come back. It's too much on the kick. The ball spills out the back to Atkins, but he's able to keep it in. Handball inboard for Kavanagh. Grabbed it at full stretch. Breaks one, two tackles, handballs inboard to Maloney. There's another handball to Jake Allen, handball to Descent. He runs to 50, goes towards goal, but he shanked it way right. At the mark, Habby has taken the mark about 10 metres out, but he's hard up against the boundary line. And he's near the right point post. The man has kicked 2 goals this afternoon. Hadn't kicked any before the day. Now he goes to Banana. Umpire.
He's kicked it.
He has smacked his skull to Darren Havey. 3 goals this afternoon. Cuts the margin back to 4 points. It is 9-12-66. Sunshine trail Altona 10-10-70. 14 and a half gone final quarter.
As I said earlier, boys, noted goal kicker.
Yeah, Kev, McDonald's just come on the ground. Robbins hasn't come back, so it looks like McDonald's going to that
McDonald's
front.
running all right.
Yeah, he's not running the best, but...
Well, better than he was when he was running off.
Yeah.
I think Jess Hemmings might be done for the day too, boys. He came to the bench. He's in a bit of trouble with, I think it might be a wrist.
Oh, that's a free.
Or a shoulder.
From the stoppage, Maloney comes through. Now Christodoulou sets sail, just misses to the right. It was a quick, swift movement from the ball up in the middle of the ground. The margin is 3 points. And you're just seeing that understanding that Brendan Hallinan spoke about at the start of today's broadcast, that the Roos have in one another. So much trust in each other's role all across the ground. Even under pressure, they just back each other in. Climbing up, couldn't take the mark, was McEnany, and now out the back. This is a chance for Altona. Well done by Leslie Abbott. Caught in the tackle. Umpire calls play on. The kick goes up towards half forward. Descent sets himself, couldn't bring down the mark. Hand pass comes out the back. Alice kicks to full forward. They fly at the back. It's a mark. Hand pass to Castellano. He dribbles through the goal. And the Roos have hit the front. 10-13-73 to 10-10-70. And they're streaming forward, the Sunshine side. They lead by 3 points at the 16-minute mark, and they've kicked 3 goals to nothing in the first half of this final term. What can Altona conjure here, Smackers?
Oh, they've just stopped running. Shields, Kennedy, McDonald, Omar. They need something here. That Mitch Turnbull now, just seeing him, he's going down back. They're having nightmares about the Albion game here from a couple of weeks ago. They have just stopped completely. And
I wouldn't be throwing blokes back, though.
No, there's still 10 minutes to go, Kev. You've got to win the game.
Yeah, exactly. Got to win it.
It's back in the middle. Maloney, flow high, got the hit out. Hutchison tries to barge his way through. Quick kick again there by Maloney. Goes to half forward. Marley runs onto it, though. Gets their handball. Now the kick to centre wing. Looking for Cavallaro. Gathers on the bounce, did well there, swings around on his right side. Now kicks inside 50, too much on it though. Oh, mark dropped though there by Kavanagh, still a loose ball. Maloney tries to barge his way through. Crowd calls a hole in the ball. Umpire says no, I'll have it. We'll ball it up, 40 out.
Great tackle by Cook. They had the numbers there, the Kangaroos. Kavanagh should have taken that mark, but they've done well to get a stoppage 15 metres out.
Tossed up, Rafferty wins it down. Quinn's kick smothered, still a hot ball, players dive in. Umpire's going to play hold the ball. Free kick. Going the way of Christodoulou for the Kangaroos, who moves it on quickly. Well, it's not a great kick, or Pickard was taken out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's won the free kick at right half forward.
You just can't afford to bomb it in here.
But there's going to be the slow play now. It goes by hand. Gives it to Magna Bosco, goes inside 50. Descent fly, comes in from the side, couldn't take the mark. Shields tried to claim it. Umpire said play on, and he'll come in and ball it up. The Sunshine with the only 3 goals of the quarter, as they lead by 3 points just after the 18-minute mark of the final quarter. Restarts, Rafferty wins it. Kennedy tried to get his handball away, couldn't. Flanardi shrugs a tackle, balks one, then gets a little handball, gets it to Magna Bosco. Up against the boundary, sells the candy. Goes towards goal, and he's put it through. Joel Magna Bosco with an absolute beauty to give Altona the lead yet again. 11-10-76, Altona, they lead. Sunshine 10-13-73. We've got 18 and 3/4 minutes of this final quarter.
You called it, Kev, you called for Lenardi to give an effort, and he did that. He broke a tackle. I thought he was going to go too far with it, and he kept going and fed out it was a mangy-looking handball, but he knew what he was doing, and he found the target, and that's a great goal from half-back Magna Bosco.
You've got to get the ball in the hands of the quality kickers in the team, and Magna Bosco's one of those. He's had a couple of kicks in the last 3 minutes.
All right, so Paget won it down. Kennedy tries to get onto it, lost it. They've wheeled it to half forward, though. It's still in the congestion. Shields wraps up his opponent. The umpire will ball it up. 11-10-76 to 10-13-73. Match in the balance, close to time on in the final term. We haven't had long quarters so far today, so there's probably about 6-7 minutes max left. Kick to half forward for the Kangaroos. They've got to find something late. Well done. They've coughed it up. They've spilt it again. Out the back. Well done. Shields in there again. Shrugged the tackle. Caught. Umpire doesn't pay the free kick.
He missed the one around the head.
Young Zani, yeah.
Centre half forward for the Kangaroos. Falls to the bottom of the pack, and they're going to do it again.
The quarter's 26.5, 28, 26.5.
Yeah, and every man has got a man beside him now. There's no freebies, no one playing quarterback up either end.
So we've gone 20 in this final term. Into time on. Ball up. Centre half forward for the Roos. McInerney wins it down. McDonald did well. Got caught in the tackle, but managed to get rid of the footy. And here go Altona, sweeping off half-back. One-on-one contest. Rafferty beaten. Running to the back is Abouid. Has to gather it cleanly. Kept it in play. Socket off the ground by Turnbull. And it'll be thrown in 15 metres around from the end. The Vikings are attacking in the right forward pocket.
Yeah, we mentioned Shields, Lenardi, and Omar. They've just got their hands on it the last couple of minutes, and if they can get a goal out of this.
Turnbull's critical down here.
So Rafferty's in the ruck. He knocked it down into the pocket. Dangerous position. It was taken by Jake Allen. He's close to the line. It was knocked out of play. And they'll throw it in again.
Yeah, Big Packet is sitting 50 metres down the line. So Sunshine are going to have to run it out through hands or a quick switch.
From the stoppage, bounced off Rafferty, trying to track it to the line. It's Maloney again. He's slammed over the line by Shields, who's been very, very good today, especially in the second half for Altona. Still time, but we're creeping close to the 22-minute mark. There's not heaps of time. It was a throw-in that didn't get too high in the air. Trying to run it back to the defensive 50 was Kennedy. He's coughed it up. Here's Christodoulou running through half-back, kicks up towards half-forward. Taking the mark there is Lockie Hutchison up at half-forward. Kicks towards the 50. Made his teammate work. Post did really well coming from behind. Gave it off. The kick wasn't great up towards the wing. Wanted Lenardi, had to beat Habe. Gave the hand pass over the top. It's taken by Jake Allen. Dishes the hand pass close to the boundary line for Christodoulou. He chisels a kick and it's chopped off.
Post.
Straight to post. Goes for Lenardi. Too much on it for him. Norton takes it. Lenardi claims him in a tackle. Now Abouid back to Marley. Hooks a kick back into the field of play. Bounces very unkindly, but Kavanagh comes storming through. Gathers brilliantly. Backed himself. Kicked up to half forward. Habe gave the hand pass over the top. It's back with Allen. Kicks inside the 50. Castellano's lurking, but the defence had it well covered. And Altona can breathe a sigh of relief. They lead by 3 points. 22.5 gone. Final term as they go the switch. across half back for Magna Bosco.
Oh,
The
great
kick goes
kick.
into the middle, taken by Leslie in space. Now he moves it on quickly, kicks to half forward. They need a mark there, worked his way to the front. Did well was Norton. Ball still loose though. Got picked up by Quinn. Handballs over the top to Descent. He goes out wide with another handball to Krista Dooley. Just handballs in front of himself. Trying to break the tackle. The great tackle there by Shields. He's opposite number 16. The umpire come in and ball it up.
What a great game. It's both back lines, half back lines have been cool under pressure. Post down one end. It's been sensational the last 5 minutes.
And Kavanagh up the other end.
So from the restart, Kennedy gets the handball over the Shields. He's in space, has a bounce, runs towards the 50.
Have a
Has
shot,
run a
have a
long
shot.
way. Umpire didn't call in. Kicks inside 50. Beautiful to Turnbull, who plays on. Handballs over the top to Gertz. He didn't get his kick away. I think he has. It is. It's a goal to the Vikings to lead by 9 points now. We've gone 23 and 3/4 minutes. It is 12-10-82 to 10-13-73.
Yeah, Shields, he's just, he could have taken another bounce. I thought he'd run himself.
I thought he ran too far almost.
But he was just waiting for, you could see out of the corner of his eye, Turnbull come from behind him and run to that open space in the forward pocket. But he got told never to handball to a ruckman, especially in the goal square, but he did it. And,
It was
paid
almost
off.
one to another. 24 gone, final term. At the bounce in the middle, Maloney knocked it down for the Kangaroos, but Lenardi came barging through. He's worked it all the way to his half-back line, and he was caught in the tackle.
9 points.
He was never letting
I
that
think
ball
that
out of
almost
his
be enough
grasp.
this late in the game, wouldn't you?
We've just got to get some repeat stoppages here.
Depends what happens right now from the stoppage, trying to barge his way through. The hand pass comes out. Invite to Hutchison, screws a little kick around. It's close to the boundary line. Altona with numbers. They can't concede here. They're close to the line. Lenardi dished the hand pass over. Kennedy, high ball to back up. Went straight up in the air. Is it going to stay in the field of play? Magna Bosco made sure it did go out in the end, and they'll throw it in at the 50-metre arc, right half forward for the Vikings.
I'd be throwing them back now if I was Gazi. Now's the time to do it, Smackers.
Yeah, well, Kavanagh's gone to full forward and Turnbull's gone with him, so it's man on man all over the place. Kev?
Apologies, it was right half forward for the Roos. Hacked out of the stoppage to full forward. It was fisted away right to the teeth of goal. Marley did well, wanted to give it to Magna Bosco, couldn't take it cleanly. They'll throw it in 30 metres around from the Kangaroos' goal. 25 and a half minutes gone, and we might nearly be at the end of this one, you would think. 9 points the lead, still a chance. McEnany knocked it down. Maloney was there, tried to grab it from the congestion. Havey's in there holding it in. They'll ball it up.
Yeah, they've left Kavanagh one out with Turnbull in the goal square. Is a great move here because he's not a natural defender.
Looking,
Yeah,
play
they
just stopped temporarily for the
yeah,
blood
he
rule.
wanted to pay a blood rule,
Nah.
but he's just wanted to check. So it's at full forward. They need to come up with something. It's going to take something spectacular to get a goal here. From the stoppage, Maloney tried to throw it onto his boot. Putting his hand over the footy there was McDonald. It was hacked out of there by the Vikings. It was well done, well tracked to the line by Cavallaro.
Oh,
His
great
kick was
smoller.
smothered. Well done by Maloney. Kicks it up to half forward. They need a mark. Free kick, no. Umpire calls play on. Kennedy goes in, gives the hand pass into the middle of the ground. It is a season-defining result for the Altona Vikings. They hang on. They were headed in the final term, but they've beaten the Kangaroos by 9 points away from home. 12-10-82 to 10-13-73. The Roos hit the front halfway through the final term, and the Vikings looked like they were out of gas, but they came up with something late, and they win by 9 points. 12-10-82 to 10-13-73, and they keep their top three chances alive, boys. A terrific result. Goal scorers in the match for the Vikings: 3 to Mitch Turnbull, 2 to Brett Shields, and singles to McDonald, Magna Bosco, Rafferty, Post, Marley, Cavallaro and Gertz, who kicked the sealer late. And for the Kangaroos, 3 each to Habe and Castellano, 2 to Jake Allen, and singles to Searle and Atkins. So at Kinder Smith Reserve, this round 8